guys, it's morning, 8:40 in Japan, and we had an early start. We left Tokyo at 7:45 and we are on the way to Gunma, Maebashi, to meet a very, very special person. So he's quite a private guy, but for Subaru fans, they'll all know who he is. His name is Akira Teshima, and he's the guy who designed the GC8. So not everybody gets a chance to meet him, but you know, we've been communicating for a while, and you know, we've managed to get an appointment to go and see him. So it's about a 2-hour drive from Tokyo to Gunma prefecture, where he stays. So we're like super excited, and we're on the way. I'm not sure whether we'll be able to film much when we're there, because he's quite a private guy and we have to respect his privacy. But I'm just honored to get a chance to go and meet the guy who designed the WRX. So we're on our way to Gunma, and just before that we'll stop at a rest stop. As you can see, already at 8:40 in the morning, it's like massively crowded. That's because Golden Week in Japan has started, and there's like, you know, all the Japanese are on holiday, and mind you, there are so many tourists as well. So yeah, so we're just gonna grab a bite, take a small break, and we'll be back on the way to Maebashi pretty soon, hopefully, to meet Akira at our appointed time and place soon. Cheers. Don't normally film food, guys, but this Godiva chocolate milkshake might be the best milkshake I've ever had, ever. It's just unreal, and I haven't seen it anywhere else in the world. Only in Japan I've seen this. Type safari, I call it. Guys, we're here at the Gunma in Maebashi, and I need to introduce you to a legendary guy here. Everybody, please say, meet Akira Teshima-san. Teshima-san, for those who, any Subaru fan will know, he was involved in the design of the GC8, in the bumper, the hood, the lights, the emblem, the WRX logo. He is one of the youngest designers of the WRX, and he was in Subaru from 1989 to 1992. He's not with Subaru now, but he's a famous designer of one of the pro golf clubs and also sunglasses in Japan, and it is an honor for me to come here, and I want to thank him for taking a little time to meet me. Akira-san, it's a pleasure to meet you. Just say hello to Sri Lankan fans. Just say hello, because in Sri Lanka all Subaru fans, they all know about you, and they all, you know, they say they love the GC8. Yes, sorry. Yeah.
こんにちは、手島明です。皆さん、インプレッサーを好きでいてくれてありがとうございます。これからいろいろ彼と話しますんでよろしくお願いします。
Right. All right. What I'll just hold this. I have. We'll go to the office and I'll give this to him. Right. All right, guys. So we're just going to go with Akira-san to his office, and we'll do a little bit more later. Right.
北欧家具、スカンディナビアンファニチュー。
So the first floor and the second floor is Scandinavian furniture shop.
Oh, a Scandinavian furniture. Wow.
That's important. My friend owner.
Friend is the owner.
This furniture shop is my friend.
Okay.
コロナパニックの時にサードフロアを借りた。
So he rented the third floor after the corona came.
Okay.
You know Giugiaro?
Giugiaro.
Isuzu
Yeah, Isuzu Piazza's design. Giugiaro.
Volkswagen Golf.
Okay. This bike, huh?
The famous designer.
Famous designer.
Giugiaro.
Giugiaro's Designed by.
Very old, 35 years ago.
Wow, look at it, so beautiful, no? The handle right here. Design. First, butter.
Yeah.
Again, I want to give you this small gift for you.
What is?
This one is special gift I made for you. I wanted to open it and see.
Open.
Open.
I can.
Yes.
I can.
Yes. Custom made I make for you.
Oh. Oh. Original one. Oh,
This
that's.
that is
Oh,
it.
oh, thank you.
You have to.
Only one product. Oh.
This is you
Don't,
and the car.
don't even come true.
Dream come true. Guys, we have
Yeah.
got Binula Jayannath of J's minifigures. I got him to do a custom 164 of Akira-san standing at the launch of the Subaru Impreza in 1992.
あなた見ました？エイプリルフールの私の Facebook にあげたの。
Did you see his April Fool's post on Facebook?
Yes, I saw it. I saw it, and I was thinking, I wish I can get 118 scale, but I couldn't find 118 scale Subaru photo, so I had to do 164 scale.
も
He's too happy.
Yeah, very good, very good. I'm so happy. I'm so happy.
yeah.
This one I just made box so that it's nice, but you can just take it out of the box and just display like that. So we did from this picture we look right, and we try to do the ground, and we did the road like it's there, and also this little cubicle and something in the background as well. I mean, that was the maximum detail we could have got. So only you will know whether it looked exactly like how it was that day.
Thank you.
You are most welcome. It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure.
いや、セル日本のことわざで、日本のことわざ大丈夫？嘘から出た誠。
In Japanese saying, there's a saying the truth that came out of lies. So
Okay.
this is what it is he's saying. So because he was posting the April Fool.
I had prepared this to do before you posted April. I had started this project 2 months ago.
2ヶ月前から考えてる。
Yeah. So when I saw April Fool, I was like, "Whoa, he's going to do one," and I can't believe it.
私は未来が見える。
He said he can be in the future.
Ah, yes.
Always.
Yeah. Oh, fabulous,
Always.
fabulous.
I can find the future.
Fabulous. Oh my gosh, so happy, so happy. Guys, so this was the little present that we were able to bring for Akira-san, and I'm sure he's very happy with it. Just a description. This is Akira-san standing with the Impreza in the launch in 1992.
I'm happy, very happy.
Okay. I'm so happy. See, these are
Even these,
the golf clubs. This
This
design.
is his work.
Oh wow.
Do you know Kokeshi?
Yeah.
Good door.
This wood doll is also his work. Because there's two.
So all these little logos all have been designed by him. He does it even as freelance. He was doing design work for.
The Arai Racing?
Yes.
Toshiro Arai model. The Swift.
The Swift Notes.
Oh, the shift
That
notes.
side needs Toshi Arai.
Oh, that's what Toshiharai's sign. Oh, wow.
Limited model.
Limited model.
彼の
Yes.
このインプの
Beautiful.
ライトはこれが新井さんが本当にラリーで使ったやつは
あ
そう
トシハライ
Toshiharai.
My friend.
Oh, wow.
get the deal.
So, Imp-ism. Impreza, and what does ism stand for?
Mind.
The philosophy kind of.
The philosophy of design. Okay.
When he was in the Subaru freshman, when he started working,
Okay.
he was doing the Nissan March competition, the race cup, right?
Okay.
But then
March Super Turbo.
So there was this test drive for the new Legacy.
Okay.
And other Nissan new cars back in the R32 GTR.
Okay.
So one day, at that one point,
Yeah.
the Subaru decided to put him as a test driver of Legacy. So that was the day.
Okay.
私がカラーリングしたので、じゃあ手島さん乗るって。
So because he did the design of the color,
Okay.
or the livery,
Okay.
so the Subaru asked him, why don't you drive at this
Okay.
time?
You try to.
Yeah, he tried. And then at
Yes.
first go, he was in third, beating all the GTRs.
2台3人抜かした。
Wow.
He took over to
これを
R32s
開発してる最中
while he was designing this.
Wow.
で、これが
Amazing.
1989スバルに入った時にフレッシュマンでフレッシュマンでトレーニングデザイントレーニングで、10年後のスバルの軽自動車を考えろっていうテーマでこれをデザインしてこれをしたことでインプレッサのチームに入れた。
So that's when he joined the company. The first thing the Subaru asked all the freshmen to do is back in 1989 to design 4 freshmen, so there, right? To design the future like 10 years apart.
Okay. What's
the K car, the K car design. So when he did this design, only they decided to put him for the Impreza project.
Wow.
I'm Impreza exterior.
Yeah.
One girl is Impreza interior, and one boy is Vivio exterior.
Subaru Vivio.
Subaru Vivio. Okay.
So those are the
これメモリアルデザイン。
Memorial design. Okay. Wow.
今見ても新しい。
So even he looks at it now, it feels like a futuristic car.
Yeah, it does. No, look at that. I mean, something you designed 30 years ago.
Looks like EV.
EV, looks
Yeah,
like
it looks
electric.
like an EV. Yes, correct.
でもこれが新車の時にトミカ出なかったのよ。
When it
今
was
になってトミカ出てるのすごいよね。
he said when it was brand new back in the days, Tommy even didn't make the GC8. Now only it came out.
Yeah.
撮る？
はい、撮ってます。He said you can take photos. It's on.
フルリンクしてるんですよ。
Okay.
All the high school students and young guys cannot ride the bike as a low because it is too dangerous. A lot of people are dying in Touge.
Okay.
でこのバイクの漫画がこう神奈川箱根の方の山で乗ってたバイクが筑波サーキットのレースに出てでオールジャパンのロードレースに出るストーリーなの。
So the story about this manga is the guy who is living in Kanagawa where we went to Hakone.
Yes.
Is where he's riding the bike on Hakone Touge and he came to Tsukuba for the race.
Okay.
And then he became the all Japan
Champion.
rider.
That's the story of the manga. Okay.
で
When he wanted to join the university, right? So he wanted to be the architect, right? First. But then Tsukuba University had a course for art designing where you don't use mathematics.
で
So his father was the the architect, right?
Okay.
So
カーペンターじゃなくてアーキテクチャになるけど
his father was a carpenter. But he asked his dad that I'm not going to be a carpenter, but I want to be an architect.
Okay.
So can I go to the university for that?
Okay.
So when he really looked into the university, next to the art, there was a subject called product designing, where you design cars and all those interior goods and all those stuff. He said, sorry that I'm not going to be a carpenter or I'm not going to be an architect also, but I want to be a vehicle designer, car designer. Is that okay with you?
So what is your
で
father?
もうファーザーはしょうがねえなっていいよ
Father
っ
is
て
there, whatever, just do whatever.
Okay. Good. Thank God.
で筑波大学行ってでアルバイトしながら サーキットでバイクのレースをしたかった。
So he went to the Tsukuba University.
Okay.
While he's in part-time, he wanted to be a rider. So all his plan was because of this manga, the character also came to Tsukuba to race, right? So he wanted to do that. Because of that, he came to Tsukuba University and he started doing part-time and became the rider.
だけど、
okay, okay.
筑波サーキット行ったらこれはもうバイクのレースは命がいくつあっても足りないと。
But also,
So he went to Tsukuba circuit, right?
Yeah.
After he got his bike.
Yeah.
But he realized that one life is not enough to be a racer. It's too dangerous.
そう
it's a range. But anyway, you have to have a liking for speed because even when you're designing a car that maybe is a sports car or a fast car, if you know speed only, then you can translate that into art, I think.
So speed.
目標をチェンジしたわけ。
So that's why he realized that bike is too dangerous.
Oh.
So then only he changed it to the vehicle racing. So he started doing part-time and then he started going to circuits.
Okay.
And then he got friendly with few racers and few racing teams.
Okay.
So one team offered him to rent out their Nissan March
Okay.
for a
Okay.
race.
Okay.
So he was doing
練習
the
で
Nissan March race because he wanted to join Nissan for Skyline
The
design.
skyline designing, right.
So that's why he wanted to start from the base model
Okay.
Nissan cars and all. But then within the period where he was in the university,
Yeah.
he had to join some team,
Okay.
some rally race team.
Okay.
So while he was choosing the team, there was a Subaru test driver who came to the track
Okay.
with a Subaru K car called Rex.
スバルの人たちのテストドライバーに合わせてくれたわけ。
So the Nissan March race team where he was in, he saw that the team people saw the Subaru test drivers coming to track,
Yeah.
and he called Mr. Teshima saying like, you know that you're joining Subaru next year, so
Yeah.
why don't you talk to those test drivers? I will introduce you to them.
Okay.
そのレックスのチームにいた人が
So at that point itself, the test driver for the Subaru Rex
Yeah.
was the future GC8 test drivers. So he
Oh.
already met those guys
Okay,
before
okay,
even
okay.
he joined.
Very-
Subaru.
very miracle.
Right.
De-
Yeah, so all the stars lined up
もう
in the
全部
no?
セーム
Yeah,
タイ
same
ムなん
time.
であれで
He joined the 55N
Yeah.
project, right?
Yeah, 5. Okay.
Before that, the Japan Rally rule was,
Yeah.
even the last Evolution A86
Okay.
where they joined the rally, the fog light has to be on top of the bonnet, reattachable. Right? That was the rule.
Big fog lamp
All the
Okay.
fog lights has to be on top
Yes,
of the bonnet.
same-
On top of the bonnet,
That was the
yeah.
rule.
Okay.
要はヘ
okay.
ッドライトの
That's for rally. For rally,
That's for
you
rally.
rally, you put the
Yeah.
fog light, right?
Yeah,
Okay, right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So
だ
then.
けどルールがバンパーとかを切り替えちゃダメってなった
So there was a rule that you cannot take off the bumper and fit a new bumper or anything, or you cannot cut off the bumper and fit a fog light. That was the rule.
So that's why he designed the bumper fog
Yeah.
light inside the bumper for
そう
rallying.
だから最初から要はプロダクションのデザインから大きいランプが入ってなきゃダメだっていうことが
So before even the Japan Rally rule came out,
Okay.
he knew that one day that there's gonna be a rule that big rally lights, spotlights
Yeah.
should be factory fitted before the rally. So
Ah.
that's what he put the design into.
They-
The system.
Oh, right.
そのなんだろうそのルール変更の話で要は WRX のバンパーはこれが入んなきゃダメでしょって持ってきたのがそのレックスのドライバーだった
So with the rule changes, the WRX has to have the big fog lights in the bumper, right?
Okay.
So that idea came from the test driver that they met in the track Thursday back in the day.
Wow.
Very miracle.
All these are miracles.
だからデザイナ
Fabulous, no?
ーとして僕がスバルに入って
So, he joined Subaru as a designer, and then he was doing the setting for all this, 55N project. And then the guy who came to him and saying, you know what, there's gonna be a rule change, so fit the big fog light into the bumper, right? So that was the guy.
全部オールストーリーで
Connected.
All connected, no?
So that was the guy who he met first at the track.
At the track, who when he
Before
was
he
running,
even
when he
joined.
was running the
Da kara-
Super Turbo, the guys
だ
were
から
running
同
the
じ
next.
そうフレンドになった人が同じチームになってだからデザインに出入りできる人って限られたわけ
ああ
本当はテストドライバー入っちゃいけないか
So
ら
actual rule, right? The test driver cannot enter the designing process. But it was his friend, so friend can enter the design.
Correct. He can give you an idea.
だから
No? Yes.
ラリーの企画がこうなるからもうデザインに入れちゃおうよってだからそれがアイコニックになったわけ
So the test driver said, either way, the rules of rally is gonna be this. So at this design moment, why don't you put the spotlights into the bumper?
だから
Okay.
セームタイムに発表されたランサーターボランエブにはそういう要は
So
トリッ
did
ク
they
なかった
copy? Lancer
No,
copy?
so at that
Lancer
same
は
point,
なかった
the GC8 era Lancer Evolution did
Yeah.
not have the big spotlights inside the bumper.
Yeah, so the Lancer Evo 3 was out there, 1,
Yeah.
2, 3 didn't have it. No?
But the Subaru had the
Subaru
spotlights.
had it,
だ
yes,
から
correct.
しました。
This one, okay?
上
Okay.
からアキラ手島が
This is Akira, his design.
Okay, so this is the guy,
Yeah.
Akira Teshima, who
Yeah.
designed the GC8. This is his concept design. He has done this whole area, bringing back some life to the city, to bring people in, to make the city more beautiful.
ちょっと遠回りね本当は向こうだけど
it's
白い屋ホテル案内してそれで
far route he's going because he wanted to show you the city.
Ah, okay,
もし
okay.
これが収集さ
Osaka Expo.
Yeah.
When you enter the expo, there's a big thing called ring.
Okay.
It's made by a wood structure.
Mhm.
So that designer came in, did the design for this hotel.
Oh,
有名な
So it's a very famous hotel.
wow. It's beautiful, no? Look at that. It's like
100年前
so
から
unusual.
やってるホテ
So
ル
this hotel is 100 years old, right?
Wow.
So they demolished the building.
Okay.
That designer came and redid the design.
Mhm.
So this side is modern design, the other side is the classic design.
Oh, okay.
で東京とか
cool.
大都市にしかないブルーボトルコーヒーが郊外地方で初めてそこに入って
So this is a brand called Blue Bottle Coffee.
Okay.
Apparently it's only in Tokyo and the big main cities.
Okay.
First time, other than the main city, they
They
came
got it to
down.
Gunma. This is famous blue bottle coffee. So, other than Tokyo, we will not have it anywhere else. But we've got it in Gunma, so we're about to try it out. Oh my God! The smell. Can you feel the smell?
アイスコーヒー
In the 100-year-old building where they demolished the floors and created a completely see-through effect with this designed by Akira-san himself. Check it out, guys. Alright, guys.
That's Haruna.
We're going to the top of the building of the Gunma prefectural building, and just want to show you the 3 mountains of which inspired Initial D.
Miyogi.
We know Mount Miyogi there
Night
from
Kids.
the Night Kids
R30.
R32 GTR. Then Mount Haruna, which is known in the book as Mount Akina from A86 fame, and Mount Akagi on the
That's Haruna. Haruna.
that's Haruna or Akina. So we'll have to get to the top to see Mount Akagi. Yes, which was the one that inspired, which was what the one was with the RX-7 years. Right. So 3 mountains: Miyagi, Haruna, which is also known as Akina in the book, and Mount Akagi. That's Mount Akagi.
Akagi.
Alright guys, as you can see that's Mount Akagi, RX-7 Initial D, and we move over there.
Left side. あれがHaruna.
That's Mount Haruna over there, A86 Initial D. So these are the real live mountains that inspired the manga and that are still famous today. So Mount Haruna is in the Initial D book, known as Mount Akina, and there's a very interesting story that we learned from Akira san, that is that Teshima-san, that the writer of the book had a crush on someone named Akina, and that's why he named it. That's correct, right? And that's why he named the mount as Akina. So even up to date, we have initial D fans coming from all over the world to drive these mountains, and perhaps after this we may go have a look ourselves.
You have to go to the gents toilet room. There only you can see the entire Visual D mountains.
Okay.
He's gonna take you to the gents toilet.
Alright, the secret place to see all 3 initial D mountains at the same spot. So, hey, just taking a bathroom break, guys.
ギザギザの山わかる？
Yes.
あれが妙義です。
But you see like a
Yeah.
that
Zigzag.
is Miyagi mountain.
Okay. So guys, the mountain with the zigzag,
Yeah,
that's
zigzag.
Mount Miyogi. That's the one from the R32 GTR. Yes.
That mountain there is a volcano, right?
Oh, okay.
So in its winter, all the snow, like a snow falls on it.
Yeah.
It looks exactly like the Mount Fuji, and it's more beautiful than Mount Fuji.
Oh,
for the
okay.
people
You can
in-
still see like some kind of snow there,
yeah.
no? Still see a little snow there. Alright, so I also wanted to take this time that we have while we're traveling on the highway to talk about some of the things that we discussed with Akira Teshima, the designer of the GC8, that we couldn't speak about at the time when we were interviewing him. Some of the stories that he told us that we couldn't film, secret stuff. So the story is like this. I'm going to keep it as brief as possible. Akira, he was also interested in motorsports, and he was a racing driver, and he was running a Nissan March Super Turbo. And at that point, when he was doing that, he had become friends with the guy who was the test driver for the Subaru Legacy, so the official Subaru Legacy test driver. So then later on, Akira, he joined Subaru. But actually what happened was, at that point he said everybody wanted to go and work for Nissan. Nissan Skyline was like the king car at the time, and all the designers wanted to work for Nissan. So he said that as they were doing the design process, almost 30 designers from Subaru left and joined Nissan. And even his family were asking him, why aren't you going to join Nissan? Why are you going to join Nissan? But something he said something kept him there with him, and he showed us some files, some secret files that had all the design variations of the GC8 that could have been. And oh my god, it was absolutely crazy to think what it could have looked like. And he was the guy who personally drew all those, hand drew all those, he had all those files. And the code name for the GC8 was actually 55N. So that was the code name. It was not called Impreza or GC8 when it was in the design process. That was much later on. It was called the 55N. And then, very interestingly, right, the design team that was working on this Impreza, which at the time was called Tellus WRX. So Tellus in Japanese is actually it's Terrace, but they write it as Tellus, right? Terius. It refers to God, and that was the name that it was going to be called, Tellus WRX. And there was a sketch that had on the back Tellus WRX, and even the logo, WRX logo, there were almost so many different varieties of WRX that before Akira-san decided that this was the one that he was going to use. And then they had a couple of sketches, right? And before the launch of and when I'm saying launch, I'm not talking launch of the car, the launch of the design. And we actually managed to take a picture of that came in the Japanese magazine, the launch of the design. He sketched that launch from all the things that he had. He sketched that piece of paper, he sketched that overnight, and he took it the next day and he placed it in the Subaru stand. And one media, Japanese media, had taken that picture and had posted it on the site, and his signature is there, Akira Teshima, and the team. And he said even in that team there were actually only 3 people: himself, a young lady who was working on the interior of the GC8, and another guy. What was the other guy doing? He was
Mechanical.
he was the mechanical side. The 3 other people who were in that picture were actually no relation at all to working on the GC8, because half the guys had left, you know. So it was crazy. And how to think that the GC8 that almost never came to be, but it came to be because he had this passion. And he said while he was working on the design of the GC8, he was constantly in contact with his friend who was the test driver for the Subaru Legacy, who gave him input as to the changes they could make to make the car better, you know. And so that was the story of the GC8, which is just absolutely unbelievable. And we actually saw this picture. He has this picture frame, the picture that he showed at the Japanese what do you call it, a car convention or whatever, where they just placed it in the Subaru stand, the design of what was going to be the future, the Impreza. So also another interesting fact about the bumpers in the GC8, the fog lamps in the bumpers of the GC8. So you see, this was actually suggested to him by the Subaru Legacy test driver who was involved in rallying, saying that if you put these bumpers in there, then they can run it as a homologation part. Otherwise, you would have to something about the fog lamps, right? In Japanese rallying, you couldn't run extra fog lamps or something like that. So
No, it does a rule that you have to place it on top of the bonnet.
you had to place it on top of the bonnet. So the extra fog lamps, like, you know, the WRC style, you had to place it on top of the bonnet, but you couldn't place it underneath. So at that time, he designed the GC8 to have the fog lamps inside the bumper, so they could run the bumper lights on the rally cars as well.
And he got that air cooling system for the brake pads.
Yes.
For the alternative
Yes.
GTR.
Yeah. So yes, that's interesting. So if you look at the original design of the WRX 1.2s and even the 3.4s, they have next to the fog lamps, they have the signal light, and then there are those 3 vents which are actually used for the brake cooling dust. So that modification he took from the R32 GTR and implemented in the GC8. So many little things like that, so many little nuances that he was telling us about. It's just fantastic. And then you see, another crazy thing was how he designed the coupe, the car that eventually became the 22B, because America wanted an economical car, right? Like an office car, you know, for ladies to run about in it. They wanted a 2-door car, a secretary car. They called it the secretary car, and they wanted a 2-door version of this Impreza. So he was saying that he took a GC8 and he drew a line, you know, with tape, and said, we're going to make this door bigger here, and we're going to make this glass like that. And that was the birth of the coupe. It's so impossibly mind-boggling to think. And he said they designed it in a day. They literally did it in a day. And that's the car that became the Type R, the 22B. It became the WRC car for Subaru for 97, 98, 99. And even today, the ProDrive P25 was designed by Akira Teshima in one day, because America wanted a cheap 2-door economical car. I mean, that's crazy. That is crazy. So yeah, so those were all the topics, and just some of the topics that we covered while we were there with him. You know, and it was a fabulous day. So that's just a little summary of our meeting with Akira Teshima-san. Alright guys, so we're just going to head to Chiba and let's see what happens today. Alright guys, surrounded by the mountains of the famous initial D, Mount Akagi, Mount Miyagi. We are here at these Racing Cafe Garage, the guys who specialize in products, racing products for the cars that do the Touge drives of these mountains. So we're just going to walk inside their showroom, inside their shop, and have a look. They're very close friends of Akira Teshima, and he asked us to come and have a look. He introduced us to the guys here, and they'll be very friendly. So we're just going to walk in and have a look at the shop and check it out.
前歴みたいなのをね、探してね、相場大体まあこんなもんかなみたいな。
No, talking about the legacy. He used to have the same
okay,
car.
okay, he had the same legacy. Awesome, awesome, awesome. But let's walk in and have a look at it.
あ、どうぞ。はい。
Yeah.
やっぱりスバル車はね、かっこよますよ。
Oh, check it out, guys. A86, as you know, the most famous car around these parts, right here. What is this magazine? Is this like an initial D old school magazine?
Initially, what you call Midnight, Wangan Midnight magazine.
Magazine? Oh my god, guys. This cafe cannot get any more crazy. This cafe cannot get any more crazy. This is like everything so Japanese. Check it out, guys. It's got everything. Check out this seat. Table with bright racing seats and armrests. Oh. Got the usual playing on the screen. Oh, man. This place is wild, guys. D's Racing Garage, you gotta check it out in Maebashi, Gunma. Absolutely fabulous place. Just the initial D fans' dream. Check it out, guys. The initial D mountains in the background. Initial D cafe. And what do we have here? Hachiroku itself. This is just crazy, right? Oh my god. I can't even believe that this guy is here, man.
Real life.
I mean, I can't even believe this guy is here. I got the picture, just take a picture. Wow. Unreal stuff, guys. Unreal stuff. Man, this is an RX-8, right? It has to be the best looking RX-8 I've ever seen in my life. Guys, check this out. Old school Savannah RX-7. Wow. Fairly easy. Another old school Savannah RX-7. Here we have it, boys. Check it out. Fan FDs. Wow. This carbon fiber. Holy moly. Absolutely gorgeous. So look at this. This is a new thing, right? They cut the fender in half and create the time attack effect. You know? It's
Actually,
absolutely
this has been
beautiful.
there for sometimes.
I know, but
for the RE,
but none of the none of the older time attack cars had it. But see, this is an older time attack kit. This is different. See, this is a new one, that the style that they're doing it. They have to do body work to get the
You see
effect.
the lights? Isn't this the same as your Type Safari?
Yeah, man, it is. It is actually.
It is, right?
It is the same like the IPF 985s. Holy moly. Wow. The FDs, and they're here gathered at the top to do the initial D mountain run, and GT86. Hi. Thanks. We came to watch you guys run. Check it out, guys. We are at Mount Akina or Mount Haruna in real life. This is the spot of the initial D. As you can see, the map there. It says initial D, and we've gathered here with the Touge of initial D. Japanese crew that we have met up with, and we're gonna so right now we're driving Mount Haruna, or as it is known in the initial D Turkey, Mount Akina. Check it out, guys. Right in front of us, following a trio of 86ers. We've got two 86ers and a GR86, and we're following them, chasing the Touge Initial D Dream. Not going to say anything else. Just enjoy. Nice car. We're from Sri Lanka. We're doing a vlog about Japan car culture. Thanks for the drive. Lovely car, lovely car. Thanks for the drive. Lovely car.